because he was asked by a reporter, why are you guys pulling over people for registration issues when you know the DMV is backed up? The police chiefs, he agreed that that should not have been the reason. But the real reason is because it was a black man.
Oh, so
And
it's starting
he
to
was in
fuck
a
with
nice car too.
With the DMV shit.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Now, the Brooklyn Center Mayor Mike Elliott called the shooting deeply tragic. He said, "We're going to do everything to ensure that justice is done and our communities are made whole," he said. But you can't make that brother whole. He's gone. There is no coming back from this. So what do you consider maybe some type of a payment making this family whole? The family will be whole. Wright's family hired civil rights attorney Ben Crump, who represented the Floyd family in his $27 million settlement with the city of Minneapolis. The level of lethal force was entirely preventable and inhumane, Crump said in a statement. What will it take for law enforcement to stop killing people of color? I can tell you what'll stop it, but then I'll get my channel taken down.
Yeah, I already know.
So speaking before the unrest Sunday night, Wright's mother urged protesters in Brooklyn Center, a city of about 30,000 people on the northwest border of Minneapolis, to stay peaceful and focus on the loss of her son. Now, see, I'm kind of torn there because when you tell people there's no way I would be peaceful out there. No way in the world. That's what gets us fucked up as a people every time. That and that bullshit I forgive. Motherfucking pigs that shoot and kill us don't even ask for forgiveness. And the first thing out of our mouth, we want to forgive them. Fuck all that. Guilt is they use the air freshener as an excuse to pull you over. This has happened to me before. It's called an obstruction of view, but they to mandate that they put that as a warning on the packages. Yeah, see, that's crazy, man. And the thing is, those hanging air fresheners, they don't obstruct your view whatsoever.
Really?
But it's a way for these cops because they know that we love to hang air freshener, on our rear view mirrors. What's going on, Josh? See, but it's another excuse to give them to pull us over. Kill Girl says, well, we are back to square one now. We are now on curfew till further notice because they know what's about to come. Oh yeah, they know what's coming. They definitely know what's coming. I'm going to go back to reading the story here. I really don't want to read this part, but I'm going to read it anyway. It says, Biden referred to her comments on Monday saying, we should listen to Dante's mom calling for peace and calm. The president said he had not yet called the family, but that his prayers were with them. National Guard members and state law enforcement professionals were to be deployed around the Twin Cities, and Minnesota Governor Tim Walz announced the curfew from 7 p.m. Monday until 6 a.m. Tuesday for 3 counties that included Brooklyn Center, Minneapolis, and the capital of St. Paul.
Yeah.
The governor warned those who choose to exploit these tragedies, violence, can rest assured that the largest police presence in Minneapolis history be prepared to arrest lawbreakers. That's another thing too. During this press conference that they had earlier today, the police chief kept calling it a riot. One of the reporters asked about why did the police chief order his officers to use rubber bullets and flashbang grenades and tear gas. And the chief said because they were out there rioting. And there were a couple of reporters that were in the, at the press conference that said that was a lie, that they were there, that those people were out there peacefully protesting. And you shouldn't be calling it a riot because it wasn't a riot. It was a peaceful protest. And so during the rest of the conference, the press conference, that police chief did everything he could not to call it a riot. He wanted to say riot, but he would catch himself because they knew he was lying. It was no riot. It was a peaceful protest, and they were using rubber bullets, flashbang grenades, and tear gas to disperse the crowd. So that police chief was lying. There was a couple of reporters that were at the press conference that were a part of that crowd that knew that it wasn't a riot. Keto says, we out here for George Floyd, announced this young man now. This shit can't keep happening. Hey, Keto, I know. I hear you, sis. I'm going to continue to read here. It says, shortly after the shooting, demonstrators began to gather, with some jumping atop police cars. Marchers also descended on the Brooklyn Center Police Department, where rocks and other objects were thrown at officers, authorities said. About 20 businesses were broken into at the city's Shingles Creek Shopping Center. Minnesota Department of Public Safety Commissioner John Harrington said at a news conference. The trial of Derek Chauvin, the former Minneapolis officer charged in Floyd's death, continued Monday. Floyd, a black man, died May 25th after Chauvin, who was white, pressed his knee against Floyd's neck. Prosecutors say Floyd was pinned for 9 minutes and 29 seconds. The judge in that case refused Monday to question the jury after a defense attorney argued that the panel could be influenced by the prospect of what might happen as a result of the verdict.
Mm-hmm.
So that's pretty much it as far as this article goes. But now what I'm going to do, guys, I'm going to show you the body cam footage that the officers had, and then I'm going to show you some of the press conferences as well. What's going on BGB? Thanks for coming through, sis. I'm going to go ahead and show you guys the body cam footage first, and then I'm going to show the press conference. This here is the body cam from the police.
These motherfuckers at the ready. Motherfuckers at the ready.
This is video footage cam from the police officer who pulled over that black man and shot him.
Yeah, so why he in handcuffs?
Right off the rip. Right off the rip.
So how he end up dead?
He ran. Tried to get back in his car. Mm-hmm.
And they was shooting him in on
Mm-hmm.
Again, that's excessive force.
It's always
Okay,
excessive.
so I apologize for the audio. The audio may be very low. You may not have heard the audio. The audio is very low. The audio is very low on the press conference video as well. But as you saw in the police body cam, they pulled him over. They went to the window, car window, both sides. Questioned him, asked him to get out of the car. Once he got out, he tried to get back in. One of the officers said, I'll tase you, taser. She shoots him. Again,
Oh, she shot him.
their training is that their dominant hand will be the side where their gun is at. Their weak hand is going to be where the taser is at. So this female police officer, white female police officer, pulls her gun out, thinking they say it's her taser.
Then we
I
go
don't believe that's
through
bullshit.
this with Oscar Grant.
I think it's just like Keto said, this was an execution.
Yeah, she make a shooting. The bitches be them bitches.
Now what I'm going to
be
do
more
is I'm going to show the press conference.
evil than the
Once
men.
again, guys, I apologize that the audio on it may be low.
White bitches are devils.
So you may need to turn your volume up on your devices. Hopefully you'll be able to hear the questions from the reporters and the answer from this police chief. But again, I do apologize for the audio.
I can't turn it up.
I know. You can hear them a little bit though.
Look at the socks over there.
Yes, I got you. Sure, don't sound nice. Everything down. You need like some fritties or something?
Something, my feet are cold.
When you turn the fan on?
No.
You can switch your feet. You get your money. That fit good?
Yeah.
I hit that now. Turn the fan a little bit. It's cold. Now do you feel it?
I'm fine. Thanks, brother.
Them good or you want these?
Yeah, I
He
take
wants
care
to
of
say
them too.
riot so badly. Somebody went to reporters to check them on saying riot because it wasn't a riot. Okay, see that brother there, he's the mayor of Brooklyn there. The police chief that you saw there during that interview there, he walked off and he left the press conference. And so as the reporters were asking more and more questions, they wanted to ask more questions of the police chief, but he left. And so there was a sister in the crowd asking, hey, why is this dude, this police chief, why did he leave? They had asked him something about whether or not that white officer, female officer who shot the brother, was she going to be fired? He kind of chuckled and walked off, left the press conference. So they asked him, hey, get this dude back in here so we can ask him more questions. And so the brother there, he with the mask on, he's the mayor. And so he demanded someone go get the chief and come back. But this police chief who wanted to call the peaceful protest a riot, he kind of chuckled when they asked was the female officer going to be fired. He asked him whether or not he was going to release, her identification. And he just seemed contradicting, and more importantly, he was more combative. So he didn't want to. He kept saying he didn't want to answer these questions because of the investigation. The regular, usual bullshit that the police say after police involved shootings like these. And so he sidestepped a lot of questions, kind of chuckled, when people were asking him serious questions, left the news conference before it was over, just a whole bunch of bullshit. And this, not only should she be fired, she's going to be fired because it can be an accidental discharge. They can claim it as that all they want. It still was a murder. It still was a killing because she didn't follow her training. She still shot him. There's no doubt about that. She shot and she killed him. So she will be fired. She should be fired. She should be prosecuted. We shall see. Now, Keto, she's from that part of the country. So I wanted to get with her to see if she was going to go out there, and if she was going to go out there, if she would get me some footage. That's what I wanted to get with Keto about. But I know she's in class, she's in school, and she may not go out.
Okay.
She had mentioned when she came in, I think she said that the curfew was 7 o'clock, something like that. So I don't know what time she gets out of class, but she may not have time to go out there. I know she was out there for George Floyd. She did video on it, so I've seen her out there for that. Yeah, definitely, Hayes. She definitely needs to be identified. That officer needs to be identified. My truth said that I'm doing much better. Oh, how are you, beautiful? Okay. I guess she's talking to Brown Girl Bella. Hayes says, so holding names is their new bullshit tactic. Yeah, well, they normally do that. Why, I don't know. But they'll normally hold back on the officer's name for as long as they can. And I'm thinking usually it's because maybe they want to get this person away from their home or their apartment, contact their family members because the media is going to bum rush wherever this woman wherever this woman lived at. It's going to be a gang of reporters there, so they're probably giving her an opportunity to pack her stuff up and go to some kind of police safe house or a family member house somewhere maybe out of state, somewhere close. Just get her out of harm's way because when I say harm's way, I mean as far as reporters go. So that's probably why they never want to give out their names right away. Hayes said, so their address is found at right. Because once that cop's name is put out there, they'll be able to find out where she lives. So they're probably just giving her some time to, to pack up and get somewhere else. Brown Girl Bella says, okay, they're conversing back for My Truth and Brown Girl Bella. Okay, so I wanted to bring you guys up to speed what was going on after this press conference. I would have done this a few hours ago had YouTube allowed my uploads a faster speed. Last night's live stream still hasn't uploaded. I'm still waiting for that to upload. And I'll probably be waiting until sometime later today or tonight for this one to upload, if not tomorrow. It always seems that my live streams, when I have these type of topics, it always seems to take a long time before it's uploaded. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to drop it in the, well, I already did. I dropped it in the on my message board. So hopefully people will be able to watch it that way. But unless anyone wants to come up and have a conversation about this, I'm going to go ahead and end it. You guys know I do 45-minute live streams. I'm at 47 minutes right now. So if anyone wants to come up, let me know. And until someone decides to come up, you'll do.
Brown Girl Bella. Hi, babes. It's me, Shannon D from Brown Girl Bella. I bring you lips, lashes, and luxury. My brand is all about high-end luxury, but I also do mid-tier reviews as well as for my bargain bellas, drugstore brands as well. I do makeup and skincare and show you what things you should spend your money on and which things you should simply toss away. There's something here for everyone and there's something here for you. Come join me, be a Bella, and let's get Bella.
That's Brown Girl Bella. For those who haven't subscribed to her channel, please go ahead and do so. This next commercial is by My Truth, Your Truth. That's the Exotic Body Spiritual Coach, My Truth, Your Truth. She's in the chat right now. If you want to drop your link, sister, you can. Brown Girl Bella, I believe, is still in the chat as well. If you want to drop your link to your channel on Brown Girl Bella, please do so. Here is Brown Girl Bella once again. This time she is modeling my hoodie. I have a Teespring store. The link is in the description of this, will be in the description of this live stream. I have hoodies, I have t-shirts, I have face masks, I have jogging pants for the ladies. And this is the commercial that Brown Girl Bella put together for me. I'm modeling my hoodie.
What are you waiting for? Now here's here, and it's time to wrap yourself up in something comfortable. The link is down in the description box. For more details, Brown Girl 9 Keto.
Okay, once again, that was Brown Girl Bella. She was modeling my hoodie. I have a Teespring store again. The link will be in the description of this live stream. And I want to thank all of my members here on my channel. Thank you for your support. I appreciate it. I picked up 2 new members last night, Darren Marion and Isis X. And so I want to thank all of you guys, my members.